Good afternoon. I'm here with Psychic Liz Cross. How are you doing today?
Great. Thank you.
My name is Mr. Photon, and we are here to do an update for the Pulsechain network and the Atropa 414 developer. It's been a long time since we've done a video on that. Before we get into it, we would love to thank our subscribers and everybody on the Discord and the Patreon for supporting us. We would not be able to do what we do without you. And we're hoping that our team is going to be one of the most powerful teams on the internet because we are covering all the most important things: spirituality, health, finances, crypto, so, and much more. So really, whatever interest you have, we have videos for everyone, not just myself. Obviously, Mr. Rianda, Mr. Shakespeare, and our other presenters are bringing you all kinds of different topics. Very eclectic group, and we're grateful for your support. So if you'd like to become a member and see all of the videos and join the crew, you can head over to patreon.com, remote viewing and beyond, and become a member and support us. Anything you'd like to add to that, Liz?
No, I think that pretty much sums it up. I mean, we have a great group and we do the CTT every Monday morning. Like you get energy healing, you get we have so much. And then soon we're going to be doing meditations as well. So yeah, we got a lot going on.
I mean, I'm benefiting from it. I feel great. So I can give my testimonial. I'm doing all right. So let's get into it. So we're going to probe a few different people today. We need to bring in Richard Hart, first of all.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And okay, we got him. And then surprise, surprise, I have the 414 developer here. So he's come out now and we know who he is.
Are you sure that's him?
I mean, I'm pretty convinced at this point. I was a little bit skeptical at first, but I've heard him speak for about 3 hours at least. And I'm pretty convinced that if it's not him, I don't know, it's somebody that knows a lot. I mean, you can probe him and see if this is really the 414 dev.
Where is he from?
So in one of the videos here that I have pulled up, he says that he's originally from the United States. He lives in Hollywood, California now, but he travels the world. And in this video, he's actually in Zurich, I believe, Switzerland.
Okay.
So I don't actually know his real name, but we have his face here, at least anyway. So if you can grab him. Do you have any reason to believe that's not him?
I don't know. I have a red flag flying in my gut.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, is he someone maybe connected to the person that is the 414 developer?
I feel like he's connected. He is not the person.
Really? So, okay, so is there a team? Is there more than one person behind the 414 wallet?
There's like three of them.
Okay, interesting. All right, well, at least he seems to know his stuff, whoever this guy is. So I can believe that he has to be at least connected. So I can live with that for now. Okay. So then let's also grab this guy and then actually grab whoever it is you think is the 414 dev, whoever that still shadowy person is, his partner.
I
Partner in
still think there's an Asian person, an Asian male.
I mean, it wouldn't surprise me just because there's so much Asian references and a lot of the work that he does. So, this guy seems to be like a world traveler and he does speak different languages, it looks like. But I mean, yeah, there's a lot of Asian references. So I wouldn't be surprised if there was someone else that was actually Asian. So that's interesting. Nobody seems to suspect that there's anybody else now, but that would be interesting. Okay, so let's grab the actual 414 and this guy.
Sorry, can I just ask, how did they get this guy to come forward?
He didn't come forward. He came forward on his own. So what's happened over the last months is there's been an actual chat room called on a platform called IRC where the dev proved his identity on chain and invited everybody to come into the room that wanted to interact with him. And then at some point on there, he reached out to people and said, we're going to have some meetups in different parts of the world. So this was one meetup that was in Switzerland, and I believe there was another one that might have been in the United States and other locations as well, also in Greenland. So he was traveling around, and he just invited anybody from the chat that wanted to come up in those local areas and have a meeting. And this one was the one that was filmed. There's about 3 hours of footage from it. And listening to it, it seems like he knows the stuff. So yeah. Okay. All right. So we're gonna start off. Where should we start? First off, I'd just like to point out, like, for our subscribers, we called out Teddy Bear all the way back in November when it was at its lows here, when it was going sideways. And I've talked to many people in our group that were lucky enough to accumulate down here, and they're sitting really pretty right now. They're up almost a 20x up here on their money, and another 10x on their pulse if we look at the pulse ratio. So I think they've done pretty good. We also talked about PDI even sooner than that, all the way back here. Back here. So it's also up like a 15 to 20x from where we called it out. So I think our subscribers from the early days are doing pretty well if they were following along. So that's definitely a hit. We were calling it out that it would take a few months before it started to take off again, and like clockwork, it did, based on the moon cycles. So that's kind of the info, the intel that you get over at in our private group and on our videos that you may not be seeing. So I just wanted to point that out first. And the ecosystem has grown quite a bit since then. There's hundreds of coins launched. In the videos, he does still talk about Atropa, Teddy Bear, and a few others, PDI as being the ones that the average person, if you're not technical, would probably be the best to invest in. Obviously, they've gone on a parabolic run now. So we want to actually look into the future a little bit. And my idea is to ask Richard Hart in the future about this ecosystem. And then I want to ask the 414 dev about Richard Hart's ecosystem. So we're going to have to, I'm trying to get like a non-biased view of what's going to happen in the future on either side, because they're all kind of connected. So they all should kind of know each other by then, I'm assuming. So let's do the Atropa ecosystem first. Let's pull Richard Hart. Let's take him out to let's say November 2025.
Okay, that's quite a ways out there, but yeah, let's do it. Let's go Richard Hart, November 30th, 2025, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Sorry. How's he doing out there? Is he doing better than today?
He's suffering with depression.
Oh, still, huh? Okay. Can we ask him, does he know about the Atropa ecosystem, like Teddy Bear, PDI, and Atropa at this point?
Yes, very aware.
Okay. And how well has it done in the last couple of years? Is it like the premier thing going on Pulsechain right now?
Yes, it's still quite important. Yes.
Okay. So PDI, has it reached $1?
So has PDI reached $1? No.
Did it ever get close? Did it ever reach 70 cents?
Did PDI ever reach 70 cents? And what's the current price at the moment?
It's under a cent right now. Just under a cent.
I thought so. Okay. Did it reach 70 cents? No, I don't feel it reached 70, but it certainly got to around 20, 25.
Okay, that's still really good. Did he ever have any plans of launching his own decentralized stablecoin on Pulsechain?
Did you ever have plans, or did you execute any plans to launch a stable coin on Pulsechain? No, I feel like a lot of his plans that he had in the works are being put on hold because of this court case, this
Oh,
lawsuit.
so the court case has not been it's not over yet in December 2025.
Is the court case over yet in December 2025? No, it's still ongoing.
Oh, okay. All right. I actually kind of wanted to ask the Atropa dev these questions, but that's fine. So, okay. All right. And Teddy Bear did. Oh, actually, first before you go there, I wanted to ask him about more about PDI. Did he ever? Was his plan ever to make PDI his decentralized stable coin? Would he ever? Was the original plan to support it?
The original plan to make or centralized, or sorry, your stable coin. I mean, that was part of the plan. Yes.
Okay, so that's interesting to know. All right. Okay, and let's look at Teddy Bear. So, did Teddy Bear's market cap ever get onto the level of Shiba Inu?
No.
Okay. Uh, can we ask Richard if it ever gets past $1 billion market cap?
Yeah. It's pretty close.
It's pretty close. That's pretty good. Okay. All right. And all right. Okay, let's switch. Okay, let's ask about no, I want to do this. Oh yeah, we'll do that separately. Okay, let's grab the Atropa dev, the actual one that you've pulled that seems to be Asian, and then we can also grab this guy as well. And let's also bring them out to the same time frame.
Okay, so November 30th, November 30th. He doesn't like me. He says, what do you want? November 30th, November 30th, 20. He comes from a very wealthy family.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Okay. 2025, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What would you like to know?
I'm just laughing because I can imagine what he would be saying to you, and you probably don't want to say it. All right, so can we ask him some questions about Pulsechain? At this time, did Pulsechain did it ever get like really popular within crypto? Like, has it moved out of the basement, as it were, as we're sitting here down in 2024? Has it taken off?
Has Pulsechain, the Pulsechain platform, has that actually taken off? It's getting there slowly, he
Mm.
says.
Okay. All right. So we just learned that the court case hasn't been settled yet, so that might be the issue. Um, how does he feel about the Atropa ecosystem? Has it attained most of its goals that it had set out by this time?
Now he loves it, and he also made a lot of money off of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Okay, I was hoping that we'd have the court case settled by this time, bringing them out. So that's the kind of questions I wanted to ask. Um, okay, let's ask him. How about what's the market cap of Pulsechain at this time? Is it past 20 billion?
What is the market cap of Pulsechain? Is it
Above
20
20 billion?
above 20 billion? I do believe it is above 20 billion.
Okay. Can we ask him if it's above 50 billion?
Is it above 50 billion? It's around 50 billion.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right. And the court case hasn't even been settled yet, so that's very interesting. Um, is there a way that we can, I know this is like, we're going out so far. Is there a way we can ask their higher selves, like where they want to take us to where the court case is settled? Like, how far away into the future is that?
How far into the future is it that the court case is settled? Is that 2024, 25, 26, 27?
Oh, okay. All right. So this is not settled until the next bull run. Interesting. Or next bear market.
Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so that's too far out for us to go to really. I don't really want to go that far out, but at least we have like an idea. let's come back to reality now. And I'm going to actually pull in my master team now. We're going to ask them some questions about specific coins. So, okay, so let's ask about, first of all, let's go through some of these coins because we never really got to do this with the original coins when back then, because didn't really have the strategy set out that we do now. So if we can grab, let's start off with PDI. I have it here on my screen.
Okay.
Can we ask my master team how well it does compared to a Matic in the last bull run of 2021 on a scale of 1 to 10?
And this is PDI.
Mm-hmm.
How well does PDI do compared to Matic in the last bull run? A 7.
Okay, and well, oh, that's interesting. Okay, so over the next couple of years, then, how many X's do they think it might do from where it is now? Is that a 10X or a 20X
Is that a
or
deck?
more?
I feel like it's between 10 and 15.
Really? Because that really doesn't match up with the information that we just got. Because in the future, when we were asking Richard, he was saying it goes up to 25 cents. So that is 25 cents is a long way away from where we are now. It is like, what is it? 0.06. It's like, let's just do
Yeah.
the thing on this.
But I wouldn't hold on to the numbers. I think
Sure.
that the way we do it on a scale of 1 to 10 is more accurate than the numbers.
Right, but the 1 to 10, we've kind of got that it's more the energy. It's more the energy potential behind it. But it's not really giving us the granular information of like what that means, because we could have a bunch of 7s, a bunch of 9s, a bunch of 10s, and then we need some way to kind of filter them through to see which ones are the bigger ones. So I mean, if this goes to 25 cents, that's like a good, I think 60X from where it is now.
Okay. Does it
Uh,
go 60x? I don't feel it goes to 60x. And
okay.
don't forget, this is where the interpretation of exact numbers comes in as being complicated because
Correct. Yeah.
everything is a mathematical formula. We've now moved out into the timeline and we're pulling the answers, which are already predetermined on an energetic level by a complex physics mathematical equation that our brains can't even decipher here on the earth plane. And we're basically asking the universe to now give us that information via somebody we moved out into the future in human terms. So
Mm.
that's why the numbers can be a little tricky.
That's true. We're viewing when we pulled those guys out, we're viewing it on that timeline, and then so things can change in the meantime before we
Well,
get there.
yeah, there's quantum probabilities, but as we're doing the probes as in scale of 1 to 10, that's based upon more like today's information.
Right. So somewhere in the middle, it's going to meet. So we'll have to kind of keep updating as we go, I guess, is what we would need to do for a lot of this stuff. Okay. Let's move on to the next one then. Let's look at Teddy Bear. So from where it is now, can we ask my master team on a scale of 1 to 10 how well it does compared to Matic in the last bull run of 2021 on a scale of 1 to 10?
Teddy bear on the Pulsechain, dude. I'm getting a 9.
Okay. All right, that makes sense.
What's going on with Teddy Bear at the moment? You said sideways.
Oh, well, it depends on how you look at it. So if you're looking at it priced in US dollars, it's kind of been ranging sideways here. It's made this all-time new high and priced in US dollars. It's kind of been going sideways. But if you look at the pulse ratio, then it's approaching its all-time high. And so it looks like it's just moving like a magnet towards this level here. And once it breaks it, it'll probably just keep on going. It'll probably retrace a little bit and then keep on going. So this is really what you want to see, because you want, if you buy Teddy Bear, you're hoping that this is going to make you more Pulsechain. Ultimately, that's what you're betting on. Even if you don't know it, like you don't understand how this stuff works, that's really why you're buying it. and it's very bullish compared to Pulsechain right now. And
Okay. So how does teddy bear equal post, like how does that work?
you buy teddy bear with Pulse. So if you're operating on the Pulse chain, the actual asset that everybody's buying and selling with is Pulse, right? It's like the US dollars of the Pulse chain ecosystem. So if you are to buy something on the Pulse chain, you have to hope that that asset is going to outperform the PLS that you bought it with, or what's the point? It's like when you invest in anything with US dollars, you hope that that asset you buy is going to go up in US dollar price. If I buy a house for $500,000, I'm hoping it's going to be worth $2.5 million in a few years. So that house is printing US dollars, hopefully. And so this is the same idea here is I'm buying these assets with Pulse. I'm hoping that they're going to make me more Pulse as we go. And that's what this chart is showing me right now. So where we were talking about it back in November, it's up roughly like 15x on your Pulse. So if you put in 100 Pulse down here, you have 15 times that amount now up here where we are now. Okay, so it scored a 9. So can we zoom in on that a little bit more with my master team? How many X's can it do over the next couple of years? Is that a 10x, 20x, or more?
Yeah, over the next couple of years, teddy bear on the pulse chain. Is it higher or lower than 10x? Higher or lower than 20x? It probably 20x.
How about a 30x?
How about a 30x? It does have that potential.
40x?
No.
Okay, so we're capping it at 30 right now. Okay, that's fair enough. Okay, and then the next one would be Atropa. Can we ask on a scale of 1 to 10 how well Atropa does over the next couple of years compared to Matic in the last bull run of 2021 on a scale of 1 to 10?
That's scoring high. It's an 8.
Okay, can we zoom in on that and ask, does it do more than a 20x?
More than a 20x. I feel it does.
Okay, more than a 30x?
Does it do more than a 30x? It potentially could.
40x?
Is it gonna do more than 40? Yeah.
Okay, 50x. I'm just gonna keep going.
Can it do a 50x? I feel it could.
Okay, let's keep going. 60x?
Could it do a 6? No.
Okay, all right, so we'll cap it at 50 as a potential.
So what does that mean for price? If it's going to be 50x from where it is now, what is the potential price?
Well, let's do some moon math, as they call it. So we're going to take the price of 0.04877 cents, and we're going to times that by the number 50, and we get a price of $2.43. And if we do that the same with the market cap, it's now 54 million. We do that 54 times 50. Hold on, I did that wrong. It's 54 million. I have to add the proper zeros there. There we go. Times 50. That gives you a $2.7 billion market cap, which is not crazy in a bull market. I mean, just to give you some perspective, Shiba Inu's all-time high market cap in the last bull run was 63 billion. So that's a fraction. 2.7 billion is a fraction of that still. So I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. What I am finding surprising is that this actually outperforms PDI. Like I would have assumed that they would have stayed kind of close together, but that leads me to believe maybe something happens and this thing outperforms it, starts outperforming it significantly. I mean, that's what we just probed. So who knows? I don't know sure why that would happen. Can we ask my master team why Atropa would, because they're pretty lockstep right now, PDI and Atropa. Is there a reason why they separate? One does better?
Why one does better? I just feel it has more push, more drive behind it. There's more marketing, there's more talk, there's more hype.
Mm. Okay. Well, yeah. All right. The only other one that he recommends, the dev, or like the, the average person to maybe put some money into is called TSFI. It's another one of his coins. We don't know what it stands for. Nobody's ever told us what it stands for, but that's what it is. TSFI. On a scale of 1 to 10, how well does this coin do compared to Matic in the last bull run of 2021?
It's on a scale of 1 to 10. How well does it do compared to Matic in the last bull run? That one's not scoring as high. I'm getting like a 6 or a 7.
Okay. All right. Can we ask how many X's it could possibly do over the next couple of years? Is that like a 10X or a 20X?
So how many X's can it potentially do? 10 to 20, yes.
Okay, makes sense. And this is another one that he likes to talk about. It's called BFF, stands for Best Friends Forever. It's another
Mm-hmm.
one of his coins. On a scale of 1 to 10, uh, how does my master team see it doing compared to Matic in the last bull run of 2021 on a scale of 1 to 10?
No, no, no. This isn't good. This is like a 2 or a 3.
Okay. All right, good to know. Another one that he talks about quite a bit is called Zurich. It actually has the abbreviation of ZU. Can we
Okay.
can we ask on a scale of 1 to 10 how well it does compared to Matic in the last bull run of 2021 from where it is now?
No, no, no. This is another 3.
Okay. And
Mind
one,
you, it seems to be climbing upwards.
yeah, it has done quite well. I might be rebalancing my portfolio after this video, though. Not gonna lie, not financial advice. Okay, this one, I think it's the one that I think it is because creates these ones with weird symbols. I'm not sure what alphabet this is from. You can see on the top left of my screen here, it's weird characters. I think it's the one that I'm looking for is actually, they call it non-nukes, but I'm pretty sure this is it, but I could be wrong. Can you grab these weird characters here and ask my master team how well this token does over the next couple of years compared to Matic in the last bull run of 2021 on a scale of 1 to 10?
Rich 2021. And how well does it do? I'm not getting a high score for this one either.
Yeah, I apologize. I might have the wrong token. I'm not even sure this is the right one. So I'll have to come back to this at another time. Anyways, that's pretty
What
much
is this one called again?
it's supposed to be non-nukes, but I could have the wrong because it's not, there's no actual name on it, but that's what the nickname for it is. He calls it that as well. Let me see if I can confirm because they're all paired with let's see here. Find a 666. Is that 666? No, I think it's, the heck is it paired with again? I think this one maybe. Yeah, there's like these created like 100 coins, but there's a few that are of interest to me. Where the heck is it? No, this is not it either. Oh my God. Let's try one more. Maybe it's this one. No. Okay. I'm not sure. I can't find it right now. That's fine. So what we've established so far is that Atropa and a teddy bear seem to be doing the best going out in the future, according to my master team from where we are now, anyways. And we may or may not have identified that the case might not be solved until, after this bull run is over in 2027. However, when we were asking in the future, we did get that Pulsechain's market cap is around $50 billion. And that's about a 50x almost from where it is right now. So the other question that I wanted to ask, the Atropa dev, if we can bring them back in out in the future. So we have them out in November 2025. Did Pulsechain from where it is now in 2024 in April, late April 2024, was the bottom of the Pulsechain market, did that happen in 2024?
The Pulsechain market that happened in 2024. From this point onward, going out into 2026, did the sorry, I'm gonna have to repeat the question again, please.
Sure. Was the bottom of the PLS market, like the lowest price, did that occur in 2024?
Was the bottom of the PLS price going forward in the next couple of years? Is that in 2024? Yes.
Okay. Can we ask what month that is? Is that where we are now in April 2024?
No. It
Okay,
could be May.
oh, May. So next month we could actually see a bottom. Okay. All right. And from where it is now, let's take a quick look at it. From where it is now. So was that, and I know we can't be accurate with this, but it's going to go below the current all-time low. So that's what I would think. Can we ask
the current all-time low? Well, is it going to go? And what's the all-time low? What's the number there?
It's 4 zeros and a 3.
4 zeros and a 3. I don't think it's going to go below that.
But it's going to get back down in that area.
Is it going to get back there? I feel like it could.
Yeah, it's not far away from where it is now. It's only like it's a lot, but not in terms of how far it's already gone. It's 40% down to the lows, 50% down to the lows. So,
I think it could go down another 20%.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. All right, so we're scraping the bottom in the overall big picture. So, yeah, it looks like it's going to be probably a slow crawl. Can we ask him when everything starts to get really moving in terms of Pulsechain? Is that in the fourth quarter of 2024?
When do things get really moving in the Pulsechain? Is that the fourth quarter? Yeah, towards the end of the year.
And that seems to be lining up with a lot of like the probes I've been noticing we've been doing just over the last month, where it seems like everything is seems to be cooking at the end of 2024 around that area. It kind of seems to be kind of all lining up. So I would imagine that, if the ETF gets passed, Ethereum starts doing well, Pulsechain will also start doing well, I would imagine. Can we ask the dev when he sees the ETF being passed? Was that in summer of 2024? Ethereum ETF?
Yeah, that get past summer 2020. I feel like that's coming really soon,
Yeah, it could be. I mean, I just heard news this morning that some of them were delayed until May. So there's another opportunity in May where they're going to come up again to the STC to either approve them or postpone them again. So it's pretty soon. Okay. All right. I think that might be all we have today. I think we got a good idea, or at least, some sort of you know, again, this is like a weather forecast. Weather can change, but we've got a little bit of an idea of where we're headed and different things. And, you know, hopefully you can take some of this information and, you know, use it as data to kind of make some decisions for yourself. This is not financial advice, but, you know, it's very interesting to see what direction we could be heading here. All right.
Absolutely.
So I think we're going to wrap this one up.
All right, I'll stop this one here. Thank you.
Thank you.